Truth TV, restoring morals, uplifting the nation.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, good morning. So let's look at it. Are there no other ways of getting a target? Are there no other ways of getting a target without, damaging the reputation of a corporate entity? You are looking for someone, or you're looking for multiple targets. Of course, they are gathered in a location, and how do we, because it is the responsibility of a security outfit to go after criminals. Yes, they owe it to their own oath of office to ensure that whatever the Constitution has given them to pursue must be pursued. Yes, but can't we find a way of doing it without damaging the reputation of a particular organization, a particular community? And we look at it in other countries of the world, especially developed countries, and even in some developing countries, developing nations. Do we experience this kind of raiding, getting into private corporate premises, in a Gestapo manner, going for suspect, releasing gunshots in the air? Are we moving forward, or we are moving backward? Are we saying that there are no other means of picking up suspects, no matter how many they are, away from this style of operation? We seems to forget that sometimes, when you're trying to get an offender, you need to consider many non-offenders, their safety, their mental health, their psychological state, and so many other things that must be considered. You can't say because you want to get a criminal, then you jeopardize the well-being of millions of people, thousands, putting them into risk because you want to get just 96 or 90 or 200. Even if you want to get 100, if you want to get 1,000, you must consider the safety of others. I think these are things we need to consider and look at in Nigeria. I've been asking questions right here in South Africa. I'm doing this broadcast from my hotel room in Pretoria, South Africa. And, I've been asking questions. I've been like, do you do this here when you want to do this? We ask questions. We are not saying this because other countries are better than our country. Of course, we are proud Nigerians, but we need to learn. We must learn positive things. We must learn better way of doing things. And we need to, take away politics and other sentiments from professionalism. That is one problem that we have back home in Nigeria. We mix a lot of things with what we do, and we hide under something to actually go after something. And I think it's high time we need to do away with that. No matter where we belong to, no matter who we represent, let us ensure that the rightful thing must be done every time. So I'm appealing, I'm putting this out that security agencies, yes, there is a need for us to do our job. There is a need for us to clean the system. Some of us are embarrassed by the activities of these criminals. Some of us are not happy by the way they are damaging our image left and right. But of course, we have to look at the root cause of the problem. Why are we having a lot of criminals in our nation? Why are so many young ones, even the adults, even the elderly ones, why are they getting into criminal activities? And then we should stop this tagging of youths, that youths are the criminals. No, criminals can be divided. We have characteristics of criminals. Of course, we have some pen criminals, and of course, these are people that we have not really gone after in Nigeria. These are people that we shield. These are people that we just make some noise, and after satisfying some, political, demands, and the noise just, dies down, and we don't hear anything again. And these are criminals. We call them pen robbers. In fact, their own, it's more devastating on our nation. You understand? So We should stop labeling only the youth as criminals. Of course, they have fathers, they have mothers who are criminals, who are in government, who are in offices, using pen to rob the nation. Here we are in another nation. We have seen so many things. I can put it to you that we are way back. We are way back. I can put it to us. I will be doing another video with some facts and some visuals from this side, for us to see how backward that we have been in terms of developmental strides. And this is not because we don't have what it takes to be even more developed than where we are within this place. It's because of greed, it's because of selfishness, because of corruption. And that is why we are where we are today in Nigeria. So the laws are made for everyone, and the laws must be applied. A huge sense of professionalism, decorum, and strategic way of carrying out our operations without sentiment, without trying to get back at anyone. Anything we do with the aim, with a hidden agenda, will definitely backfire, and it will not give our country that good image that we deserve. That is that on that. The question is, please, you can drop your comment, share your thoughts, and let me know your opinion on this. Do we have to keep invading private properties and corporate properties because we are looking for criminals? Must we do that? Do they do this in other nations? These things, do they happen in other nations? That's a question, and I want your response. I want your comment, please, so that we all can learn and get our country out of this mess. Secondly, I'll be talking about that issue of some of our air passengers. Of course, I flew to South Africa, and the safety rules were strictly adhered to. We're asked to switch off our phone, and some of us put our phones on airplane mode, and we didn't have any problem with anyone. International flight, we put it on airplane mode, and we were not compelled to switch it off. We were not compelled to switch it off. We were told, yes, switch it off, but a lot of us put our phones on airplane mode, and that means we're off. So I want to ask a question. What is the difference between switching your phone on a flight to airplane mode and switching off your phone totally? Is there any risk attached to leaving your phone on airplane mode and switching the phone off permanently? So if you're an aviation expert, please, I need your comments, I need your opinion on this so that we can learn. And also, are there no other ways of dealing with these issues when they occur? Of course, when I heard about the case, when I haven't seen the clip and I heard about the case, I was like, what was that? I was like, that passenger must be dealt with. That means that passenger must face the law. And some of us were still like, okay, we are waiting. Not only that passenger, every offender, no matter their class, no matter who they know, everybody must be dealt with. And I was shocked when I saw the speed of light at which that passenger was remanded. I'm like, wow. So does it mean that we have a double standard in this nation? And well, thank God that the federal government have done the right thing. The case has been withdrawn and the offender has been discharged, and so many other things that we expect should take charge, should be the way forward, has been put in place. But my question is, can we have other ways of dealing with these issues? Do we have to, strip another man's daughter naked? Must we do that? Must we do that? I watched the clip and I was like, wow, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't portray Nigeria in a good way. No matter how mad, how crazy a passenger is, you've got no right to strip him or her naked. It's not just good. It's inhuman. It's inhumane. It's very, very disgraceful and very, very unprofessional to do that. And you still went ahead to release that video. I want to appreciate our Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo San. For me, it's a thumbs up. Because I read that special release from him, and I'm like, yeah, that means we are getting there. Don't get it wrong. When we criticize, it doesn't mean that we don't like our nation. Criticism are very germane when you are working towards developmental strides. So when we criticize, it doesn't mean we don't belong. We are not I am apolitical in my judgments, in my contributions, and in my opinion. So please don't get it twisted this morning. What we are saying is that our country must get out of the current mess that we have found ourselves. And as citizens, we also must be applied decorum all the time. Our laws are made and we should abide by those laws. And it wouldn't take anything away from us. Within that, you are flying for 3 hours, 2 hours, 6 hours. Flying from Lagos to Johannesburg, for instance, took over 5 hours, almost 6 hours. And if you are having a stop by somewhere, it might even take more hours. So I'm saying it that those hours that you are going to use in not having access to your phone wouldn't kill you. Of course, you are traveling, and definitely you should have scheduled whatever important calls or whatever you need to attend to. You should have scheduled and prepare a way of attending to them appropriately, not coming on board and beginning to and also people have read so many meanings to it that maybe the act is deliberate. Somebody that person was being used by particular quarters. I am not sure. I'm not aware of that. I don't think that was the case. But please, I'm appealing to us, Nigeria as a nation, that we should stop disgracing our country. This disgrace is just too much. We need to do better in the way we apply our laws, and we should ensure that citizens are treated equally, no matter their wealth, no matter their connections. And I must thank the federal government. So far, at least we have seen that somebody is not being shielded. And where some people might still have a diverse opinion to that, but for me, at least something was done, and not that somebody will say, I am untouchable. Nobody is untouchable, no matter the cash that you have, no matter the properties you have, no matter the chieftaincy titles that you carry. You are not better than anyone. Of course, I put it to you, if you are better than all of us, then please don't die. Remain and don't die. If you think you are better than all of us, please don't get old. Maintain how you look as a youth, as a child. Then that means you are better than all of us. You are not better than all of us. We are the same thing. Stop getting your brain, manipulated by the numbers of wealth that you have accumulated, because at the end of the day, you can't spend it all. You will die, and people who have not labored with you will spend your money, will squander your money, I beg your pardon. And if you have failed to raise very good children who can even maintain your wealth, you discover that within 6 months, it might not even up to that, all you have accumulated will be squandered away, and nothing will be left over. So that means you are stupid, you are a fool anytime you allow whatever you have to get into your head. Let us be cautious how we behave in public, because whatever we do has a way of affecting our nation. Some of us we've been outside the country, and we hear comments. We thank God for those who are doing Nigeria proud, our sports men and women. We thank God for our intellectuals and our scientists and so many other people, our Nollywood actors and actresses, those who are projecting us positively. And I beg of us, as citizens, we need to join in this, projecting Nigeria positively, not negatively. So as a citizen, you must be careful how you behave, even within and outside Nigeria, because it goes a long way. I am currently in Pretoria, South Africa. I've been to Joburg, I've been to Sun City, and I plan visiting some other part of South Africa before I return to Nigeria. And I've seen a lot. I've observed so many things that, my God, we don't have. Last night, I drove all through down to Joburg, and I can tell you, no, I didn't see any roadblock. The roads were free. I didn't see a pothole. It was a smooth drive. In my next broadcast, you're going to see it. I have them on camera, and I'm going to show all of this to us. And I was asking questions like, don't they do this here? They were just looking at me that, no, that's not what they do here. I can even put it to you that what I saw in South Africa, what I am seeing in South Africa is far, far better than some European nations that we all rush to. Let me stop there. I am called Dr. Kunle Sodipo, MNIMN, broadcasting live from Pretoria, South Africa. Thanks for listening, and bye for now. Be good ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. God bless all of us. Bye for now.
Truth TV, restoring morals, uplifting the nation.